Kharousi. I'm the Managing Director of Transformation Pioneers, and I'm glad to be here with you to present Navigating Data Analytics Challenges and Opportunities. Before we go into the details of the topic, I want to give you a quick overview about Transformation Pioneers. Transformation Pioneers is an Omani consulting company specialized in digital transformation consultation. And in August 2021, the company was acquired by Rihal, and currently it's the consulting arm of Rihal. Later on, within that year, in December 21, the company was acquired by, Oman Investment Authority acquired 20% of Rihal at that time. The company thriving to be the consulting leader in the market in the digital transformation landscape. Currently, we provide various services when it comes to digital transformation services. We provide services in change management, and currently we are proud to mention that we are currently the pioneers in change management in the country, change management consultation, as well as change management trainings. Same thing when it comes to digital transformation projects management. We do provide services in project management office, agile consultation, as well as trainings both in project management essentials and agile. When it comes to business analysis, we are providing services in business process reengineering, as well as we are supporting organizations in developing their business requirement documentations for their in-house development. We are also supporting organizations in developing their digital transformation strategies, as well as we are providing services in information management, data management, and records management. Now, going back to the topic of today, data analytics. So 2 weeks ago, one of my relatives, she came to me asking me for an advice. She has a shop selling some products, and the shop is not doing that much well, and she's looking for an advice from myself. And I told her, you're looking at advice from the wrong person because I don't know much about your business. But I said, let me get more idea about your business. And I asked her the first question, do you have a cashier system or point of sale system? She said yes. I told her, do you register all the products, the selling transaction within that system? She said yes. Then I told her, okay, that's a good start. So I told her, please identify to me the top 10 selling products in the last 2 years, 3 years. She said that's easily can be obtained from the system. I told her also identify to me the top products which are least sold in your shop. She said, okay, why ask these 2 questions? The first question, I wanted to focus more on the products that are generating revenues, and we wanted to invest more on these products. And why to identify the least selling products is to reduce the investment or the attention in these products in which the clients, they are not getting much of attraction. Second thing, to help her to controlling the operating cost, I told her identify where you are spending your money. All right? Of course, things like rent, you cannot do much about it apart from negotiating with the building owner. And the second thing also, salaries of the workforce. Now, you can use the shop data to reduce the cost of your workforce. How is that? I told her try to identify the timing pattern. So throughout the day, in the last 2 years or 3 years, what is the preferred timing of customers going to your shop? All right? And to identify, for example, if in the morning time, the number of customers coming to your shop, providing you with 5% of revenue, while you are investing on a workforce being always there, then that's something that you can get rid of and rechange, the opening hours of the shop to start from the evening, and you can reduce the staff who is running the shop in the morning. So through this, you can also control the OPEX. So all of this discussion is about capitalizing on the data which is already available with her, but she wants to take a decision, not an informed decision. It's not a data-driven decision. So with all of this discussion now, she can look at the data which is available with her and try to come up with some strategies to help her. Data analytics, it is the process, it refers to the process of examining and analyzing the organization data to come up with patterns, trends that enable you to take a data-driven decisions. There are several benefits to data analytics. understanding customer preferences and behavior, optimizing operations, as well as supporting data-driven decisions. Now, let's deep dive in these opportunities one by one. Now, when it comes to improve decisions and planning, I can give you a quick analogy of this one. A few years ago, I used to work for a large enterprise, and one of the challenges that faced the IT department in any organization, they have a flood of IT demands from different business units. And what usually they do, trying to accommodate as much as they can, and towards the end of the year, they will get all kind of fire from business departments. Okay, people, they are not happy, projects they are not delivered, etc. So what I did at that time, I looked at the capacity of the IT department of our organization, looking at how much projects we can deliver, and considering as well the complexity of these projects, with this a complex project, medium projects, etc., as well as looking at the number of people that we have within our organization. And based on the historical delivery or the performance of our department, we will we'll do something what we call it a doability line, in which we'll ask the different business units to prioritize their demands rather than just accepting everything. And this prioritization will be according to the capacity and the doability that can be done. Enhancing customer experience. A few months ago, I met some of the officials in one of the ministries, and they want to reshape the customer experience of for their clients and their customers. So one of the things I told them, you need to stay away from assumptions and rely on data. They said, we don't have data. Then I told them, the first thing that you will need to do, you need to draw the user journey that you have currently and identify the touch points. You need to identify the customer needs and obtain their feedback. Without obtaining all of this data, you will not even have a baseline to manage the progress, because the idea later on, you will implement some corrective actions. Now, how do you know whether you are improving or not if you don't have a solid baseline? Identifying new business opportunities. As many of you now knows that currently the government is trying to promote a new investment in the country. But the investors, usually they are smart people. They will not just throw their money just like this because they like us. So they want to see a data, something that will give them the confidence to invest their money in the country. So this is one of the crucial things. In addition to the promotion and other things where we can promote our country to the others, it's very crucial to have trusted data in which and can be presented to the investors in order for them to take the investment. Predictive analytics. Now, when it comes to predictive analytics, yesterday I visited the booth of OQ, and what I like with OQ, I don't know if you heard about compressors in oil and gas field. These compressors usually cost millions of dollars. However, the companies, they cannot tolerate any failure of these compressors because they will impact the production of oil and gas. So what usually they will do, they will purchase an additional compressors and they will keep them in the warehouse as a spares. So you can imagine millions of dollars sitting in the warehouse, okay? Because you don't know, something might happen. So with data analytics, now the technology evolves to an extent where you can predict if a particular equipment or a device can fail in the next few weeks. So rather than storing all of these expensive equipments, you can buy them only when you need. And the technology will tell you whether a particular equipment is going to fail or not. Another use case, maybe for the government sector, maybe because we have some people from the government sector, another use case that I can tell, for example, in the education sector, if you build a model of the growth of the number of students or teachers that you are hiring, in the last few years, it can give you a prediction how many teachers that you will need to hire in the next few years, how many that you can hire, how many of them you can retire, etc. Everything based on a data, rather than in a reaction mode, you are doing all of these things. Now, what kind of challenges that we are facing in data analytics? One of the things is inaccurate or incomplete data. Now imagine that you are running all of these nice analytics and the benefits that I spoke about, and you are relying them in incomplete data. Absolutely, the outcome will not be, it will not be good. Second thing, data privacy and security. There are many organizations, the data, they are not having, sorry, the organization, they don't have a proper control. Not even proper control. They are not even aware of the regulations of privacies and securities. Extracting meaningful data and insights. One of the key challenge in data analytics nowadays, you will find fragmented systems and data sources which are not talking to each other. And in some situations, I met some organizations in which they have a database or a data which is controlled by their subcontractor, and themselves, they don't even have access to their data. All right, so this is something really very dangerous. Skill gaps and shortages. Currently, when it comes to data management professionals, there is a scarcity of the skills in data management, as well as the demand is high. So there is always a challenge of bridging this gap. Not only that, when it comes to data analytics technologies, it keeps evolving. So even those who are already, we can say that they are data professionals, they have to continuously evolve their experience and knowledge and look at the market and how it is evolving. Yeah, another things related to real-time streaming. There are a lot of use cases in which the data analytics happening on fly. For example, if we speak about oil and gas again, they are doing a lot of operations in the field, and they have to stream these data, online. So in order for them to take a particular decision. So you can imagine if these data, there are always the challenges of bandwidth, if there is any slowness in transmitting all of these data. Now, what kind of strategies that we can implement in any organization to address these challenges? One of the key things is to have a data governance in place. And I highly recommend any organization to follow DAMA data governance framework. Another thing is to promote the culture of data management. Nowadays, people think data management is the responsibility of the IT department. IT department can help you a lot in backing the data. They can help you a lot in providing the tools to analyze this data. But the ownership of this data, utilization of this data, the validation and the quality of this data is the responsibility of the business. Second thing, data security and privacy. As you know, we have regulations, we have laws. When it comes to data management, each organization, they have to be aware of these laws and regulations, as well as they have to comply with these regulations. The first step is to have processes, controls in place, and the next step is to make sure that people, they are adopting and complying to these security and privacy measures. Training and upskilling, as I highlighted, in the previous slide, that there are scarcity of resources in data management. So building the capacity as well as the development program of data management specialists is really crucial. Establishing robust data integration. One of the key things of data analytics is to make sure that you have a centralized repository where all of these data sources that we have within the organization can be accessed in one central place. And solutions like Data Lake will be something very powerful to enable you to do all of these advantages. So in conclusion, as a takeaway from this presentation, first of all, in order for you to capitalize on the data analytics benefits, first of all, try to understand your key business priorities. This is point number one. Point number two, you need to make sure that you are managing the related data to these key business priorities. And the third thing is you need to make a data-driven decisions based on these collected data. Thank you very much.